Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach content. It's going to be the round 5 preview, pre-lockouts, and we're going to just go through, I don't love it, but I think we are probably going to be using our third boost this week. We don't have to, but yeah, we'll go through it. We'll go through it. I don't hate the idea, but I think after this week, we definitely have to start looking to save a few trades. Like, you can go hard early, but after a certain point, you do have to just rein it in. Rein in a little bit. Like, I don't want to be a guy like so many others that run out of trades with heaps of weeks to go in the season. That would be the worst, because then you can't make changes, so it's boring, and then you're just going to get screwed. So it's fine to go hard early, but you have to pull it up a little bit. So let us go through what we are looking at. So the big ones to come, there's a few. Okay, so the first obvious trade is Thomas Jenkins. Thomas Jenkins, he is the obvious, he's as good as you're gonna get. He's a cheapie downgrade. You're going to make money going to him. He's going to make a stack of cash. He looks good. He's a point scorer. Yeah, it doesn't get much better. The question is, who do we trade out? Now, originally, obviously, Tuapiki was the obvious choice. But what I've been thinking, what you could do, if I didn't want to use a boost, you could always just go Tommy Chabojevic to Jenkins and have Jenkins probably in your flex spot. It doesn't probably matter too much, but Jenkins in your flex, and then just give it another week. We don't have to go back to Ponga this week. I'm not that keen on Pappenhausen. There's a few others Reece Walsh is very cheap, but I don't know, but yeah, you could hold fire for sure, and just weigh it up, let the guys, let the pieces fall where they may. Tuapiki probably would get traded out the week after, because if we look, what's he got? He's got an 80 break even. He's only made 13k, which is annoying. Then they go into Melbourne Broncos. So yeah, as much as I like that, it's probably just better to trade Tuapiki now and then also trade Chabojevic. I guess what you could do as well, the other target is Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell is the other big target. You could trade Tuapiki to Jenkins, and then you could trade Chabojevic to Campbell, and obviously have Campbell in your flex. Let's do that for now. Let's put Chabojevic to flex so we know what we're doing. Chabojevic to Campbell, that would mean we hold Dewey, because obviously Dewey is playing this week. But in saying that, I don't want to play Dewey. I don't want to play him. He's got the groin issue, so he's every chance not to goal kick. He does only have a 22 break even though, so I'm like, he can make a bit of money. It's not a bad little run coming up. Nah, I don't know. It's what's the point? What's the point in doing that? What's the point in holding Dewey for that purpose? I don't want to play him this week. I think for me, I know everyone's going to be jumping off Metcalf probably this week, and it makes sense. It does make sense. I think for me, I'm going to hold Metcalf and trade. If I'm trading one of these two, I'm going to trade Dewey. I think I'm just going to hold Metcalf. Don't get me wrong, there's every chance he goes back down to 400, 450k, but I'm not going to play him most weeks unless he's got a good matchup. I'm not going to play him against Melbourne or the Bronx, but Newcastle, Cowboys, Dragons, Dolphins, Canberra in the bot. I don't hate holding Metcalf. I actually think holding Metcalf could be a decent little pod play. Like, he's shown, maybe it's an anomaly, that 117. Like, is he gonna do that again? I don't know. Maybe. But the run is actually really fucking good. Like, after the Melbourne Broncos game, where we just don't have to play him, it's fine. Newcastle, Cowboys, Dragons, Dolphins. He plays the first major bye. He plays the backup game. It's pretty damn good. It's actually pretty damn good. So I think holding Metcalf is actually the play for me, and trading Dewey makes a lot more sense. So that is the other trade. So Jenkins, Campbell, and then the question mark is, do we use a boost to bring back Ponga, or do we use a boost to bring in another gun second row forward, which we could do? I think going Ponga is probably the better option. But you know what? Let's do the obvious trades first. So yeah, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. I don't hate using a boost. I think it's not the worst to use a boost. So let's go Tour Picky down. I know I guess insane. Like, I know. Do you hold to? No, you can't hold Tour Picky. I would love to. There is a part of me that's like, I just talked about Metcalf's, like, the Warriors run is really good. You can't hold Tour Picky though. I love him as a player. He's just not getting any good football. Yeah, I mean, he's scoring 30s. He had that 189, but even the 89, like, he got a try and a try assist in that. Heaps of tackle busts. He had 10 tackle busts. Line break. The runs also aren't that. Intercept taken. When did they had that intercept taken? 5 points. He also got 5 points from an intercept. So yeah, I don't think I could hold him. Even with the good draw, I still don't love playing him. So yeah, fuck it. I gotta get rid of him. There's every chance he goes on a run. It's gonna happen. And you know what? I'm not gonna be mad because I love Tour Picky. I think he's an absolute gem. The only thing that will make me mad is if Chance goes down injured and Tour Picky goes to fullback. I will lose my shit if that happens. But I think this just makes sense. Like, I know other people like trading out Toya. I'm happy to hold Toya. He's still going to make money. Like, he's averaging 50. He's getting like 40 in base. He's only 300k. Jesse Arthurs has a couple of really good games coming up. I'm happy to hold him for a couple of weeks. He might drop a little bit of cash, but it's fine. Garrick and Maju were holding. Shibazaki, obviously, were holding. And then Purdue. Similar to Toya, I think there's some good games coming up, and he could still make money and be an okay play at some points. I think it's just Tour Picky. It's got to be Tour Picky. And then, yeah, Thomas Jenkins is straight in. Yeah, it's Jenkins was always coming in. It was just a matter of if we were going to do that. It also frees up like 250k as well. So that is also nice to do. You know, and that's the thing with Tour Picky. I said at the start of the year, we'll take the punt on Tour Picky. If it pays out, it pays out big. If it doesn't, which it didn't. I mean, he had the one big score. He still made a bit of cash though, so I guess it did work out okay. Then we were able to make good money from the trade as well, so I think that's good. Then I think just trade Dewey. I think trading Dewey just makes sense. I don't want to play Dewey with this groin issue. There's every chance he doesn't kick goals. Taking on the Broncos at Suncorp, don't love it. They don't play the first bye. They've got, I mean, it's an okay draw next coup, but then they got Sharks, Dragons, Melbourne. Yeah, I think Dewey for Campbell, and holding Metcalf, I actually think is like, it's a bit of a pod play to hold Metcalf, and I don't mind it. Campbell, yeah, we got a lot of money. We got a lot of money in the bank. Jaden Campbell, 700k. He is expensive, but I mean, he's got a 40 break even, so he's probably going to get more expensive if you don't pick him up this week. He's taking on the Dolphins. 4:30 afternoon game. It's a beauty. Dragons, Canberra, Cowboys. Doesn't play the first bye, but I mean, he's going to be a season-long keeper if we bring him in. So yeah, Campbell is straight in. I love it. You love to see it. We still have 480k in the bank, so we can do some stuff. We can do some stuff. But do we have to? That's the question. Do we have to? Let us, for now, let us have a look. Before we think about the boost, let's have a look at our 17. We'll have a look at our 17 on paper. Because that's the thing, if you're going to like use a boost to bring in another gun, sure, but you might have to drop a player that you don't really want to drop out of your 17. So it's like, do you really want to do it then? So let's just have a look. Let's have a look. So obviously Trbojevic out, Iongi just goes to the flex. That's fine. Gutherson we're obviously playing. Garrick, I mean 4 Pines Park. Against the Storm, not ideal, but again, it's 4 points. You're obviously playing Garrick. Marju, we're obviously playing Marju. It's against the Dogs. It should be a tough game, but Marju, you got to play him. Jesse Arthurs against the Tigers. Yeah, you got to play him. Jenkins, we're obviously playing, so we'll start Jenkins over Toya. I like that for now. So I think they're the starting centre wing. I guess you could play Shibazaki over Art. No, I think surely this is Arthur's week, right? Like it was Shibazaki last week. Surely Arthur's is due. He's due. Like he didn't score for a week. He's due to score a couple, right? You gotta play Arthur's, I think. Jaden Campbell coming in for Metcalf. Cleary coming in for Sen Smith. Oh, that's a couple of beautiful switches. Whew, that feels good. That feels good to bring Campbell and Cleary into the starting side. Whew. Then Olakau'atu, Tino, Horsburgh. Front row, Haas, May, Hooker. Fuck, we keep... Do you play Mamazoulis? The 1 week I play Mamazoulis, he'll fucking get like 30, but... I don't know. It's against the Sharkies. Like, it's not a great matchup for Starling. The Rabbitohs taking on the Roosters. The Roosters, they're a bit flimsy around the middle. I don't mind Mamazoulis with Mitchell back as well. Like, there could be some points in it. I don't know. Fuck, I haven't played Mamazoulis, but he keeps scoring well. Starling, the minutes are a bit of a concern, but he's basing so well. He's also got the attacking upside. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those ones that I'm like, I've got a lot of Roosters already, so maybe I'm like, nah, I just hope that the Roosters kill it and Mamazoulis struggles. I don't know. We'll stick with Starling for now. Our bench. So, the bench will be... The bench is a little weak, I will say, if we don't use a boost. So obviously not Metcalf. You can't do Trbojevic. Toya against the Bunnies. I don't know. What side... Will he be up against Mitchell? I don't know. We'll have to work that out. The Cowboys, no, not going to do Purdue against the Cows. I mean, Shibazaki, you probably do Shibazaki. Like, probably. Suncorp, 6 o'clock. Like, you probably do. So, Shibazaki... I think you go Nicholson. I think there's some attack in Nicholson. Naff White and... Yeah. you know what? Maybe I think I do use the boost. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world not to have an insane bench. Like, it's not the worst thing, but I think the boost is probably worth it. The big question mark, who do we bring in? So, either a fullback or a second rower. Let's have a quick squiz. Let's have a quick look at the fullback options. So, I mean, Ponga is the most obvious trade in at fullback. Like, just like going back to Ponga just makes sense. Tedesco, I think Tedesco could be a great play over Origin, but I still don't love Tedesco. He's looked like he does. Like he scores a lot of points just with tackle busts and runs. So I like Tedesco, but I still prefer Ponga. I love Drinky as a pod in a few weeks, just not yet. Like the fact he's goal kicking, I do love the potential of Drinkwater. They've had a tough start to the year. Like Manly at 4 Pines, Sharkies, Broncos, Canberra, who have been great. Then Penrith. But after that, South, Gold Coast, Warriors, Penrith again, Manly. Don't play the first bye, which is annoying. But yeah, Drinkwater's he's interesting in the next couple of weeks. Ryan Papenhuyzen, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about Pappy. I don't think I'm going to go him. I mean, Kalen Ponga is the obvious. Hopewade. I just said that I'm not going to be going Hopewade, but, and also, I mean, even Reece Walsh is 600k. He's 600,000, bro. Like, is he? Surely oh, there's got to be some big scores coming, man. Like, there has to be. There has to be, right? Like, if he played the first bye, I would almost pull the trigger as the play, but maybe not. Obviously, no one else really down the list here, but yeah, Reece Walsh taking a bit of a flyer, but I don't know. He's been frustrating to watch as a non-owner, but a Broncos fan. As an owner and a Broncos fan, he could do my head in. So I don't know if I could do that. But Hopewade, yeah, but you don't want, if you're bringing in Hopewade, you'd obviously want him in your centre wing. Yeah, you know what? You can wait. He's got a 57 break even. He's every chance to hit it and go past it. Like, even against the Storm, he's just so damn good. But I do like the potential Hopewade play. They do have obviously a tougher run coming up, like Sharks, Dragons, Penrith, Sharks. Well, then a bye, then Sharks again. You probably aren't going to be able to get him in. Like, you could still go in, but it's just a bad little stretch. Like, that full, I mean, Storm, Sharks, Dragons is good. Penrith, Sharks again. The next little bit is really good. Cowboys then play the first major bye against Para, then the Broncos after the bye, Newcastle, then they play the next bye. Like, if Tommy was out longer after round 10, Hopewade could be an absolute godsend, but yeah, I don't know. Probably not now. I think going back to Ponga, like, it just makes sense. Like, I was probably going to go straight back to Ponga next week anyway, because, like, this Doggies game should be tough. Doggies home game. Dogs have been good. They're still leaking points, though. Like, I could still see Ponga score well. The Dogs have obviously been very solid. He's only got a 72 break even. He's not necessarily going to make a bunch of cash unless he goes massive. But after the Dogs, like, it's pretty good. Tigers, Sharks, Warriors, South, Gold Coast, Parramatta. Like, yeah. And then you move into Origin, where you would... obviously... Well... Yeah, Honestly, I don't know. Is he going to get picked in Origin? Like, I feel like he's got to, but like, it's going to be interesting if he does get selected. Like, I would select Ponga, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Does Walsh get the nod? I don't know. But it just makes sense to go him. It does make sense to go him. The other position is obviously the back row. And the thing is, I mean, I'll have a quick look. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've got almost 500k. I've got enough, so I could obviously go. Let's just activate the boost for now. That's fine. So trade out Gula, and then shift. I don't know. Who do we want to shift? Maybe Corey up to front row, and we could bring in any back rower that we want. We got 840k, so the top echelon is only 730, so we'll still have 100k after this trade. Eli Katoa, massive, but potentially still no Hughes this week, which would be really good because I don't need to go Eli Katoa. 72 break even. He's so good. Like Katoa, like I think he is a must-have at some point. It's been like, you know, they had the bye, they had Panthers, but he's got 85, 77, 77. Like, he's just so consistently good, and he hasn't really hit his ceiling yet. So after this game, New Zealand, Dolphins, South, Canberra, Tigers, Sharks, misses the first bye, but then Gold Coast, Cowboys, misses a second bye as well. That's a bit of a kick. That's a bit of a kick in the dick, but fuck, it's a good run. I think it's Tower in the next couple of weeks. I would love to get in. Obviously, like the bye, not playing either of the first two byes is very annoying, but obviously he doesn't play Origin, so he's gonna be fit and firing over that time. Angus Crichton is also very juicy. But again, 78 break even, so there's every chance he, like, if he makes money, it's not going to be a hell of a lot. I don't see him going like 130 plus, you know. At the moment, I don't see it happening. Takes on Rabbitohs, which is good, but then he takes on Broncos, Panthers, which is, you know, should be tougher. Dragons, Dolphins, Bulldogs. They do play the first bye, but surely Crichton plays Origin, so he misses 12. Potentially misses. You know what? Maybe Crichton isn't a pick. Looking at this, like, I think there's no doubt Crichton plays Origin. I know there's been talk that he hasn't been in the best form compared to some other players, but fuck me, like as a Queenslander, I would hope he doesn't get picked, but like, there's no shot. But he would miss 12. Potential. Nah, he probably backs up. He fucking backed up like 80 minutes every game last year, so he probably backs up, plays 13, but then has the bye in 14, then misses 15 for Origin. Yeah, I think at the back end, bring him in, but I think with the other guys in the bracket, you could probably wait. And then the other big one for me is obviously Fafita. So the top three here, Fafita, he is a bit cheaper as well. 91 break even, still on the bench, so you don't have to go him this week. So this sort of answers my question. It does answer my question. As much as I would love to bring in a Katoa this week, you don't have to do it. And I think Ponga, even if we, so yeah, Pong is actually cheaper than Trebojevic, so I'll still have the money next week to go straight to one of these big guns. So I think it's worth. It is just worth it, right? I think it is worth to use the boost here. If we do, I do have to start. You know, we gotta be a little bit. I mean, the team's going to be looking pretty damn good after this, so we do have to start saving some trades, but this is just, it's pretty hard to pass up, I would say. Pretty hard to pass up. Yeah, he is a bit cheaper, so you actually make a little bit of money. It just makes sense. Bringing back Ponga, you know, at the end of the day, we're always going to bring back Ponga. It made us use one extra trade, but we got Gutho in the process, so it is what it is. We use one extra trade to do it, but Ponga comes straight back in. You don't want to do it too much. Like, if a player's on a bye, you don't want to be trading them out and then straight back in. But it was just the way things lined up that was sort of what we were looking to do. I wasn't going... Like, if Trbojevic wasn't injured, I wasn't going to be bringing Ponga back this week against the Doggies. I was just going to wait a week, and then when his good run came up. But we can go straight back early. I think it's fine. As much as, like a Walsh pod play, whatever. I just, Ponga he can go big. Even, the Knights were really bad. I can't see them being as bad as they were before the bye, surely. And then we'll start Ponga. I think you play Iongi. I think you play Iongi, Shibazaki, not Sanders Smith. I think you just play Naf White. I think Victor Radley out. I think every chance Naf White plays decent minutes again. I think you play Nicholson. I think that's fine. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, you could go Rob Toya. Depending who he's coming up against, I'll obviously have a look at it, but I think that's fine. And again, I like the pot of Iongi. I still think holding Iongi could come back to reap the rewards. I think for now, I'm very happy to hold him. I get people trading him. If you got no other real fires and you want to trade Iongi up to a big gun, sure, I get it. But I think there's some big points potentially for Iongi. And obviously when Moses comes back, he could be a godsend. I think he could get some big points, but we'll see. I could be wrong. He could get traded out in the next couple of weeks, but I'm definitely happy to hold him for now. Let's have a look. Vice captains and captains. So last time we did this, it didn't work out too well for us, but I think Nathan Cleary up against the Cowboys, I think you've got to chuck the vice captaincy on him. He'd be itching to get back into the fray after the Panthers have been disappointing. Him missing last week, missing the week before, basically with that head knock. You got to go Cleary, and then the big question mark, the captaincy. Oh boy, part of me really just wants to go a fucking solid captain like Haas or even Terrell May. I mean, if I knew Terrell May was going to play 80 minutes, I would chuck the captaincy on him, no sweat. But do you just go Payne Haas? He's just going so well. I mean, there's other good options, obviously. Gutho against Parramatta, but I can't risk another fucking catastrophe. Oh, brother. Ponga against the Doggies. I mean, I don't hate it still. For now, I'm going to go fucking Haas for now. I just really hope that Cleary can go big. Please, for the love of God, Cleary, just go big. So I don't have to stress all weekend about the damn captaincy. I need something to go my favour. And I need Cleary to go big. That's what I am doing, I think. Who else would you like? Obviously, I guess Jaden Campbell is also very juicy. Seabus Super Stadium, 4:30 game against the Dolphins. But again, I've just been burned so fucking much the last couple of years. It's just hard not to go a safety of Payne Haas at the moment. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think that's looking pretty good for now. I mean, the team on paper looks good. Let's have a look at what we're going to look at the future. So, obviously, we do have to start saving trades, but next week, if we're going to do one trade, Emre Gula to either Katoa or Fafita would be chef's kiss. Absolutely sensational. I mean, our forward pack would be fucking monstrous. So I think that would be lovely. We would still have like 100k in the bank, give or take, depending how they go this week, the boys. But Emre Gula to one of those big guns next week could be one trade we make. And then the back row, it's fine. I mean, I guess like a Thomas Carnes could be an option, but I don't know. If we're saving trades, we just might not bother. We might not bother going down to him. Our halfbacks, it's still fine for now. I mean, Sandon Smith at the backup, it's all good. Campbell and Metcalf, you'd be happy to run for a while. I still think Metcalf could be an actually pretty pod play for the next coming weeks, especially over the bye period. He could score some decent points for you when needed. There's no other 5'8" that I'm like, I need to bring in, so I think that's fine. The centre wing is looking a little weak at the moment. There's definitely some targets for sure. And then the fullbacks, I mean, Ponga, Gutho, and Iongi. Iongi I'm happy to have as a pod play. But again, we could upgrade him to a pot of drink water in a few weeks. Or if Gutho starts to fall off a cliff, obviously he could go. But we'll weigh that up. I think the centre wing is the one area we could definitely get some quality in. Let's have a look at who would be on the radar for the center wingers. Who are people trading in? Obviously Jenkins. People trading at Jesse Arthurs. I mean, again, I get it. Even Iongi, but I don't know. I feel like there's better options. Metcalf, people are going to Campbell. Robert Toya. Again, you're not making that much money from it. Like, I still think Toya could be a good play. But again, if you got no other options, I guess sure. Tuivasa, Skelton, yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. But who have we got? So obviously, Iro out injured. Jason Saab without Tommy now is a bit of a dud. Paul Alamotti. Yeah, you know, with Cleary back, Alamotti could start scoring some big points, but he obviously won't have the goal kicking. Herbie Farnworth, definitely on the radar. I would love to bring in a Herbie Farnworth. He's just reliable. 64 break even. He's not going to move too much from 700k, so you're going to be spending a pretty penny on him, but he's going to be a keeper till the end and one of the top scorers. He plays the first major bye. That's another plus. He's got a tough little run. I mean, Gold Coast this week is great, but after Penrith Melbourne, it's pretty good for sure. And he does cover the buys actually very well. He plays 12, 15, and 17. So, no, 17 is not the buy. It should be 18. God, why did it change? Why did it change to fucking screw me? Zach Lomax, obviously, again, he's on the watch list later in the season, but not yet. I think, you know, when Moses comes back, you know, you'd be very, very tempted to go straight to Lomax, but while he's not there, it's just hard to see where the big points are coming. Anyone else in the center wing? I mean, again, Hopewade after that, like after the first major bye, like you'd love to pick him up after that, but whether or not it's on the cards, we'll see. Who else have we got? Jesse Ramian. Okay, Ramian's lost some good cash. How? I thought he was still scoring pretty well, wasn't he? I would love to get a Sharkies commodity. Like, so 93 against Penrith, then a 53, and a 40 against the Bunnies. So he's been solid, but he's got the seal. A Ramian could be a good pod play. He's getting at a pretty good price. Like, he's always really expensive, but he's dropping some cash. Like, he's only scored one try. He always makes, he makes a good amount of tackles. He had a lot of missed tackles. He's always got a heap of tackle bus. He usually has a couple offloads here and there. Hit ups. Loves to run the footy. He does give away the odd penalty and error, but yeah, If tries are coming, then obviously he's a pod. Anyone else? Fletcher Sharp. You know what? Fletcher Sharp would be... He would be juicy. Because he's looking really good. He's a guy you can obviously wait on. 65 break even up against the tough doggies outfit. Plays the first bye against Penrith, which is fine because Penrith will be missing, a couple of plays at least. A couple of big guns as well. So, I mean, Sharp is just on the footy. Like, he's just getting involved in the attack. What's his, base looking like? What is the base looking like? Obviously, he's getting plenty of attack. Against the Gold Coast, didn't get much. That's why he only scored 54. Only 8 tackles in round 1. That's crazy for a 5'8". 18 and then 24. A bit more normal. Plenty of tackle busts. Few offloads. Line breaks. He's got the attacking upside. The runs for a 5'8" is pretty good as well. I do like Sharp. I guess the other guy we do have to remember is... Dylan Lucas. Dylan Lucas is obviously a trade-in when he's back from injury. You probably don't have to do it straight away, but he's definitely a guy you'd want to bring back in your centre wing. Like, he's an absolute monster. So we'll see when he comes back. You could pull the 18 break even. When he comes back, you could go straight to him. He's still going to be at he's expensive, but he's going to get a lot more expensive for sure. So, yeah, he's just an absolute gun. Lucas, obviously keep a spot open for Lucas to come back. And then, I don't know, there's other good options, but I think for now, we're still happy to ride most of the cash cows and cheapies with a couple of quality guys there. So I think that's fine for now. I'm happy with how it's shaped up. I don't love that I've used 3 boosts in 3 weeks, but as long as there's no fucking, major issues, we should be okay with holding a few trades. Moving forward, just to go over, Gula to a back rower. Centre wing is all of these other positions can probably wait. Dummy half is interesting. I still don't hate the idea of going down to a Riley Smith potentially. I'm keen to see him go this week in a big minute role, starting to see what the points are like. If Starling is still only playing 50 minutes, you definitely could go a Starling down to a Smith. Or I also like Plath. Plath playing back at lock is juicy. So I think, Starling up to a Plath or a Connor Watson for that matter, or down to Riley Smith if you needed to make some cash. I don't mind either. Because you don't need to have 2 guys that are sitting at 450, 500k. You can definitely downgrade one of these guys because, for one, you have to make the choice every week of who do you play, and then 2, then they're not huge upside guys, so it's just not worth having that much money in your dummy half. They've made good money. I think it's at some point soon one of them can definitely go, so to speak. So yeah, we're looking good though. I'm pretty happy with how things are shaped up, even with the catastrophe of last week. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Let me know your comments, questions in the comments section. I'll answer them best I can. But other than that, hopefully we have a better week. It should be a nice clear weekend. I'm pretty sure it's looking a lot better than last week, that's for sure. Bigger scores, I would say. But make sure to like and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.